Okay, good afternoon, folks. Hope everyone is well. It's Friday, the 6th of September. So let's have a look. We seem to be finding some support here. We've had a push down, we've had a bounce again, and we're up here around about now. We've had some news earlier on today. Still in the news app, or the whatever it is, the add-on still isn't working on my computer at the moment. I still can't get it to work in NinjaTrader. So I'm just using Forex Factory at the moment. We have got some, well, I think Waller speaks FMC stuff from 4 o'clock UK time. So I don't think much happens really. It's just general questioning, I think. Hey, Speedy, how you doing? Speedy, any chance you could do me a quick favour, or one of you? Just check if my affiliate code is working. It's gone up $8 from yesterday, which tells me something's changed, although I haven't had an email, so anyone can just pop it in and just see if it comes up okay, if that's all right. Just haven't got an email from me yet. It's been like 3 days. Let's have a look. Let's get rid of that. Brilliant, nice one, thanks, mate. Hey, Karina, how you doing? Jay, how you doing, bud? So Friday. Let's have a look. I've been flitting around the computer, and I had a look at that, which I was tempting. It did work, but I wasn't sure whether we had something like that. It's hard to say, really. It says no coupon found with such. Okay, all right, bud. Thanks, mate. I appreciate that. I'll keep on to them. There's not really a lot I can do just at the moment, which is a bit of a pain, but what can you do? Let's have a look. It does say you just got to be patient. You can't. The thing is, it's been 3 days. How long does it take them to get? Strange. I think 3 days is quite long, isn't it? I don't know. Same no go. Yeah. All right. Cheers, guys. I appreciate that. No worries. Okay. So yeah, we got some news coming up at 4. We have had a bunch of news this morning. We had that big spike. I'm guessing it was down and then up, by the looks of things, but. It kind of fits. Okay, market has just opened, so let's see how we get on today. But I appreciate you looking. Thanks. So Thomas Wade's got the same channel, which is good. That's what I like to see. So we have got some support here. Leg and a leg. That looks like 2 legs down, leg and leg. So maybe we get a leg and a leg up. I wouldn't be surprised. So let's see how this gets on here. We've been up here once and it failed. It failed there and failed there. So let's have a look. There is liquidity there, which looks like it's gone now. Definitely now. Nothing, no setup there. There was one there. You may have had a go at that one. How did it look? See, it was here, wasn't it? Or was it there? No, it was kind of there, wasn't it? I can't think there, or something like that. On the 1000-tick chart, let's get something on here. This is not going to work here, is it? So I think we're going to have to just do that. I think that's better. Just forgetting about the spike. Let's put it about there. We're not going to be a million miles away. So keep it in mind there. It's an hour and a half away, so we got plenty of time. Okay, so we've broken above this level here. So are we going to go higher? Up towards here. No, it's just my affiliate's gone up about $8 since yesterday, so which tells me something's gone, but I don't know. I thought they'd done it without telling me, but obviously not. Oh. Okay, so that's gone and that's gone. So we could get a break now or a correction of some sort. I'd expect one. So let's have a look at this. Let's keep that in here so I don't forget. So leg down, that's triggered. Are we going to go up or is this going to come down? Yeah, well, Thomas Wade's got it like that and it kind of fits. The only issue is it's a bit vague, isn't it? Where do you take it from here? I mean, it's certainly coming away from here a little bit, isn't it? Now, there's either a channel there or we're losing a bit of momentum, in which case leg and a leg. There is a higher low there. I'm not taking it. There's not a lot to the highs, and I wouldn't be surprised if we have a leg and a leg. That, for me, is quite easy pickings to take that out. We are losing momentum, so I'd expect that likely going to get stopped out. And not only that, that body needs to be down here for me to take any interest in that. So it's one of those ones that could work. It might work or it might not, but in my opinion, it's just too risky. We ain't got much room. Yeah, it's worked for a bit. What do you do? There's nothing you can do here, really, is there? Yeah, so someone took a trade there. It wouldn't be my first choice, put it that way. There really isn't much room to the highs, so there's like a 1.75 to the highs, and we're coming away, aren't we? So you don't know it's going to do that. So for me, mind you, Thomas Wade took it on the limit order. Maybe it is okay. I don't know about you guys. It's just the issue I have with that is we've got a leg down, a push up. We could get another leg down. You know, if we're working up here, we're struggling to get even close, aren't we? Yeah, I think now I don't have to think so much about a trade now. I just either like the look of it or I don't. And that for me was it just gone too far. It was a fair old risk, I think. It's one of those things. If you play the numbers game, then you'd take it. I mean, look at that. Tick above, tick below. I'm not risking $550 times 5 for that. It's madness in my opinion, but there you go. It's big though, isn't it? That's the trouble. It's about 5 points, isn't it? So we are losing momentum. I think we're going to get a break here, or at least a decent pullback. We're losing momentum. It's pretty clear for me. See, there's a second entry long. I don't like that. Can you see what I mean there? We're just not getting up here, aren't we? So if you took that now, well, it went far enough, But that's the type of trade that may trigger you. You can kind of see as well, we're getting a little bit of resistance along there. You can see it 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, 4 touch. So I think that is risky going into there, especially with all this space up here. We're struggling to get into. And look now, we've got a break. Now, we see this all the time, and I'll mention it all the time. Whenever we can't get to the top of the channel, we quite often made a break. And we didn't get to it there, and we didn't get to it twice more. So for this, leg down, trigger along, leg down. That's what I was thinking, leg and leg, which kept me out of that trade. But just because it worked doesn't necessarily mean it was a great setup. I don't know about you guys, but the trouble is with trading, there's so much grey area. Some people might jump all over there and have a lot of success with it. But I've taken trades like that before and they've triggered and stopped out. So I was expecting a break here, not here, but obviously we're struggling to get up there. So we had to have one at some point. But I still wouldn't take it again. It's not a trade I'd ever take, really. If that body was down here somewhere, sat on there, that may be a different matter. Hey, K3, how you doing, buddy? Blue Collar, how are you, mate? So, let me have a look here. Have we cleared that top? I think we may have done. We have just by a couple of ticks. Let me have a look at that. So this could, yeah, look at that. So we've broken there clearly. So we've got a touch there and a touch here, a leg and a leg. So I think leg, correction, leg personally. But yeah, I'm still glad I stayed out of that trade. I thought it was going to do this just after this, but it went on enough to make some points. Chad, kind of like the context, but enough to take 90. Yeah, it is too much risk. And not only that yeah, there's so many things about this making me nervous. This space here, we tried to get into here, we came back, tried again. And look, you can clearly see how many touches there are there. 1, 2, 3, 4 touches there. We're struggling there. So it could come up here, try and retest this, in which case, if it did, it would trigger that and then come down for a leg and a leg, or possibly a break. I was expecting a break from here. It managed to make some points and then had the break. But trouble is, it's although it's working in there, it's not the best fitting channel in the world, is it? So I don't know, I get a bit nervous, I do. So I think maybe a spiking channel kind of looks appropriate there. So I'm hoping we get a correction, push up and another one and then something else. But you know, this just could be ranging. We kind of bounced here. We've had a little breakout there. In fact, if I bring that down a bit, you can clearly see we've had a bounce, and a bounce. Let's have a look. So we had that initial big push down, a little bit of sidewards, 2 legs down, and quite a reasonable push up this morning. So I would say, my gut feeling, if it doesn't come down a range, we're going to get a couple of legs and maybe some higher stuff. But that's just, call that a guesstimate. So let's go from the tops to the bottoms and find out where we are at the moment. We've bounced off that 50% level. Channel, small overshoot and a bounce. So it'd be interesting to see what happens here. I can come down a fraction more. Yeah. So push up, a bounce just above that 50% level. So let's keep him in the picture, otherwise it's going to go out the picture and I'm going to forget. Second entry long. I take it you're talking about that one, aren't you? No, I didn't miss it, mate. I left it. The issue I have, we're at the top of the channel. We're struggling now along here to get up here. We've had 1, 2, 3 attempts to push higher and a drop back below the EMA. Now, for me, because we can't get in here, straight away now I'm thinking about a break. I'm thinking about so I'm staying out of a long. And also, look at this. We push up once, twice, 3 times, 4 times and can't get through and we come down. So we're having another go. Now, if it comes up here, test this again and crashes, it's going to trigger you, push up a point maximum, and then come down and have a leg and a leg followed by a break. That's what I was expecting. So, yeah, I missed that one. It's just gone too far for me. Not only that, you're risking $550 with a tick above, tick below, and you've not got much room to the highs. So that's just... It's not for me, that one. Too much risk. Too rich for my blood. I'm a coward when it comes to big bars. But yeah, so we've retraced about 50%. So push up, push up. I'd like to have maybe second entry long here because we could get a bigger correction. So let's have a look at this. Excuse me. What I do like about that is, let's put that there. There is maybe a little overshoot there. We've gone up leg and a leg. I'd like to see this come back, trap some shorts and give us an entry to go long, but we could get a leg and a leg. We could get something a little bit more. For a big move like that, to break like that and push straight up to a new highs, doesn't really happen that much. I'll be surprised if that pushes straight up like that without at least having a second entry long or going a bit sideways or making another leg, a more sort of a stronger correction. So we've had a leg and a leg, and we've had a leg up, I think 2 legs back, or at least trapping a bar like that. But I think I'd like a bit more of a correction than just that. Second entry long here, otherwise I'm not interested. It may push up, it may do. You just never quite know, but really, it is technically a failure, but it's not much of a break. We could get a leg and a leg. To have such a big move, just to have that and then straight up, it doesn't happen much. So I'd like to come down. Depends if it's strong, though it will, but I don't think it will. We got to get a second entry long here at least.
Order submitted.
We've got to get down here. Come on, get down here. We got to get down here. Come on. It has triggered it, but there's no space, look. You can't go long there, in my opinion, because it could do this. And if you do go long there, it'll come down and take you out, which is exactly what it's doing. So if you took that and you got shafted, if you took that one, which did trigger the short, you got shafted. It's just too much of a big move just to drop like that and race straight up. Now, if this triggers this bearish bar, I may go long into the... but it hasn't triggered it. That's an inside bar. Not for me, unfortunately. It is 2 legs, which is a good sign, and it will probably work, but it's an inside bar, so it's not for me. As I say, we could get a steeper correction here. So if you took that now, you're getting a bit nervous there. So leg, we could get another leg down. Took that out, triggered that, starting to work down. It's probably going to work now. But it's I can't get in there. It's quite volatile, actually. ATR is quite high. Could chop you up here. Could trigger you, come down. Breakout, pullback. I'd like to come down a bit and bounce. I still think it's going to push up for this, so I'd expect it to go up. Whether we get a bigger correction, I'm kind of thinking we're not now. I think we're still going to float around here and eventually work up. Let's just have a look at this. Where could it come down to if there's a bigger channel? We could get something like that. So trigger above this, second entry long off this area. Just thinking about what liquidity it's likely to pick off. There's definitely some shorts in there. I wouldn't want to go short here. Now that's interesting. Whoa, steady Neddy. Channel break, new high. Yeah, we could get a steeper correction here. Hold on to your hats. Lag and a lag. I think I'm going to get rid of that
Order
in case the thing
canceled.
drops. So channel, break, 2 legs down, push up, new high. Right, so this could be this bigger correction, leg and a leg. As I mentioned, we don't often have such a strong push up and drop out like that and rocket straight up to a new high. It doesn't. Half the time it'll do that and piss around for 10 minutes before it decides to do what we want it to do. 1, 2. Yeah, so that is going to get stopped out. I'll be shocked if that doesn't get stopped out. We're in a channel here, little bullish bar. There's going to be traders pick that off. If this comes down, there'll be liquidity down here, and that will get us close to 2 legs down. So there'll be some liquidity there. Will it come down here? Possibly. That's gone now. The next level is here. I think it'll push straight down through there, take that out, and then we've got some kind of a leg there. Something like that. Somewhere in the lines of that. So I'm glad it didn't offer us any type of a higher low here. So maybe a break here, retest these lows, but that'll get eaten up for me for sure. There's liquidity there. Whether it'll take that or not, I don't know. But so let's have a look here. Leg and a leg. So we got a channel up there. 2 attempts to push low. If we can bounce off here nice, I may look for a higher low. But we got to get a nice strong bounce off here. This level will be taken, I think. Now down. Down. Stop that out. Take out any liquidity there, and then drop a little bit lower. So down will come. So maybe some longs there thinking we're going up now. Maybe some there thinking the bounce. That'll get eaten, that'll get eaten, and that'll get eaten. I think. That one's gone. Now that one has. That's the only bit left really, I think. Maybe some down here. I don't think it'll get much. I don't think it'll get that low. I think that area is probably safe. Let's see what it does here. So it looks like a leg and a leg. That does. Channel break, new low. Let's see if that holds. So that's gone. If you got in there or there, that's gone as well. So will that hold or will it break below it? It's the key. So I'm thinking now channel break, new low. Have we broke below that? Strong bounce there. So I may look for a higher low here. This is kind of like a penguin setup, this is. So we're finding some resistance here now. Let's see if we get below there. It may clear that out. Yeah, it has. Now let's see what happens. So channel break, 1, 2 pushes to a new low.
Order
Higher low I'm
submitted.
looking for. Leg, channel break, new low. It may just rock it up. I think we kind of missed the boat here. I don't think it'll give us a higher low either. I think it'll just push up. Liquidity there, liquidity there. Let me just check something. Be careful there. Is that a channel or is it not? Not sure yet. Let's look on this 1,000 tick chart. First entry. I'd like to see that trigger and see what it does. If it pushes up above there, see there is a higher low there, and I don't want to go. Okay, so push up. Second entry long here. You got to be carefully until that gets above an EMA really. There could be a larger channel down there, but having this break, 2 legs down, I'd be really shocked if it doesn't at least attempt to get up there. Okay, that never got stopped out. As of yet. Let's just throw that in there. 1, 2, 3. I mean, that's a massive bar, that is. Now this is interesting. We got a failure here on the 1200 tick chart. Let's see if this triggers. I'm not thinking about going short yet anyway, so it's triggered. Now let's see what happens. If it comes below here and here, it could come down some more. I'm kind of hoping it doesn't, but it looks like it is. So, channel, small break, new low, possible second entry long, taking out any liquidity there. You could say 1, 2, 3 triple test, depends what it looks like really. Okay, excuse me just a second. Sorry about that. Junk. Let me just kill
Order
that for a minute.
canceled.
Let's have a look at this. What I will say is we have hit support here, here, and here. We've made an attempt, so this thing could come down. It's looking like it is already. So let's give it to there. So measured move. Turn the light. Let's do it the other way around. So we're down at the 61.8 level. Tough one here. I'm certainly not in a hurry to go long just yet. So we are bouncing at that 61.8 level, but so channel, small break, new low. It's hard to go long from here, to be honest with you. I'm just gonna have to sit tight here and see what happens. So small break, new low. We need to get above this and aiming upwards. Do we need that now? Not at the moment, I don't think. I mean, we had a break and we made an attempt to make a new high. So, I mean, this could push up. I'd like to see it trigger some trap, some shorts here and push up. Say 1,200 tick chart, we've had a break. Let's put that about there. So we've had a break there, small break there, new low, same again there. So we've come down to that 61.8. We don't want to get any lower than that. I'd have liked to have seen that. In fact, it did trigger and then pushed up. So that held at the moment, but I can't see it holding much longer. Now, I've been caught out many times like that. In fact, do you remember about a month ago, we all did a trade, a load of us did a trade, and we all got caught out. It went 2 legs up and a lower high, and we went short. And it turned out it already had a break. So I'm assuming that's a break to me. We're touching's perfect there, touching perfect, clear little break, new low. So this just may trap a load of shorts. Whether it will or not, who knows? But there's a bit of a double trap here now. We got a long which is triggered, and we got a second entry short which is triggered. What do I think is going to happen? I think it'll get to this line at least. But I could be completely wrong. It depends how people view that. So it's triggered that bullish bar and stopped it out. Let's see what happens. It's not safe to take that for me. It's clearly stacked up. And there is a good possibility of a break there. So this thing could turn up. It doesn't look like it's going to, but you just don't know at the time. 2 sideways. It is. It's risky there. Trouble is, I've gone right from there, which sorry about that. Let's have a look at this. Perfect touches. It touches lovely there. Touches lovely there. A little bit of sideways with a break. So we've all been caught out in trades like that, going short. And we've missed the smallest of breaks. I don't know if you remember, it was a month or so ago. Loads of people took it. We had a leg and a leg, and then a beautiful lower high, and it rocketed up and trapped a load of us. So, a possible lower high. I don't know, though. I wouldn't like to be in that trade now. But you just never know how this thing works. Sometimes it'll just push down. I mean, if it gets below here, I think it's more likely to go for these lows. But I mean, look at that. It's 17 ticks and it ain't finished yet. I think it's likely to work, but 17 ticks, 18, 19, I ain't taking that. Too rich for my blood. How far's it gone? So I think you're okay now. Yeah, you'd have got 2 points out of that. It's just such a big bar. There's something that you have to pay attention to that, because, and the reason I pay attention to those is because they caught me out before. What I'm going to start doing now, if we do get caught out, yeah, exactly, it's just too much. From now on, if we do get caught out by these, and it's very rare it happens now, I'm gonna make a quick photo of them and just keep them, because we had something like this before. We had 2 perfect legs, a leg with a break and a leg, perfect, strong push below the EMA, and there was a lower high, and it triggered loads of us and pushed up. And it turns out we'd had a very small break. So I've been caught out with those quite a few times. And after a while, you remember them and you think, oh, I ain't falling for that again. Now, sometimes they'll still work. But for me, how nice that's fit in there, those places there and there. I like the channel, and that to me is a clear break. Yes, it's a small one, but I've been caught out by smaller. And Max, I've emailed Mac a year or 2 ago and said what happened there, and he said we had a small break, and I'm telling you now, it was half the size of that. So I'm always aware whenever we have a break, never just think about going short again. I just let it sort itself out. Not only that, it is a bit stacked. That doesn't look terrible. Seeing that trap in there, it's more than likely going to work. But it's a massive bar, so, you know, maybe 70, 80, maybe 8% that time, but with the size of the bar, it's just not worth it. Not for me anyway, but, you know, you guys may see it differently. Some people might jump all over there. Someone has. Who else? Let's have a look. Anybody else taking it? Baby Squid took it. Thomas Wade. didn't take it. Who else? I don't know. A couple of people took it. But it was big. I don't even think you'd have got a chance on a limit order. I mean, it came back a bit, but not much. J Trader took it. Yeah, see, that's odd, that. Clearly, by that, he didn't wait for that bar to close. He got in there, so when it triggered above there, he took a chance that was going lower. It is risky, that. And he's got in with a small risk. Yeah. So, but I mean, you know, you could even say get in that, you know, get it on engulfing, but it closes at the same thing. But he's obviously seen that push down and just decided to jump in there and take a punt, really. It could still come down and move. It really could. It's still a bit stacked. But you got to be careful doing that. Now he's reduced his risk by a lot. So that's what I mean. Some people may take a trade like that and deem it's worth it. You know, if things look right, and you kind of got to let everyone do their own thing, really. You can't, you know. Is it Pat's to do that? No, not really. But some people may just have some success with it and do it. So it's one of them things, really, isn't it? It's subjective. Now, we are having something like this. We could well do. I mean, this, where's 4 o'clock? Oh, we got a while yet. This, to me, now is just starting to look much like a range. So 2 legs up, maybe a short there. It's hard to say. Possible second entry short. Bounce, bounce. It has triggered that big bullish bar. But we've also made a new low. But we already had a new low here. So would that work? Possibly. I'm not taking it. I think it would probably work if it breaks below it, but I'm not taking it. Push up, pull back, push up, pull back. So it is a second entry short, but the bar's not brilliant and it's quite a bit above that EMA, so it may work, it may turn, who knows. I think it'll probably work. Well, there you go. But I don't like the context. Whether you consider that a break or not, maybe it isn't. That is a break, 2 pushes down to a no. So technically we've already had a new low. So you've got to all go in shorts, just temporary, I think. Because we may get this, bounce, bounce, and then off. But it's not an ideal bar to trade that, really. It may look better on another one, but we could go bounce, 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 and that. Small breaks have screwed me way too many times. I don't like trade. Yeah, it is important to think if we've had a break, be careful going short, because it's, you know, like you say, I've been trapped in them. I can think of a dozen times where I've been trapped in them now. So I always make a point, if we've ever had a break, be careful going long, or at least wait for a good higher low. That probably wasn't that terrible, but by the time you've got that bar, it's bloody huge. So yeah, you know, when I first started trading, I just wanted to get into every trade, but after a while you want to filter the crap, because when you do filter the crap, you start to realize your accounts grow and your mental health is much better. So it's much better to miss a trade where you don't lose a penny than get into a trade that you think, oh, it's risky, and end up losing 3 or 4 points. The trouble is, you do that then you've got to take another, at the moment, that ATR's high, so you're risking 4 points here, yeah? So if you took that bar there, let's just give an example. So we're a tick above it, a tick below it. So you're risking $500. Now, if you take 2 points profit, you've now got to take 3 trades, taking away commissions just to get in the green a bit. It's a ball ache to have to do that. It really is. And when you start playing catch up like that because you're taking a big risk and a big bar, it just screws your head up. So, I mean, if the setup's absolutely beautiful, I don't mind risking a bit more. But when there's a little bit like this, it's just not worth it, I think, just for the size of the bar. Now, if you can get in on a limit order up here, that's a different story. But it's just, you're much better off to not take a trade. You don't lose then. See, you can guarantee by not taking a trade, you're never going to lose a penny. Much better if you're not sure to let it go. You know, you'll trade much better by doing that. I do now, and I used to hate if a trade went and I missed in. Sometimes I'd even jump in halfway as it was moving, but I've just realised it's just not worth it. And it does not bother me in the slightest now, missing out on a trade. Not in the slightest. In fact, if I let it go, I give myself a pat on the back because I've made a good choice. Now, this is coming down now anyway, so this to me now is more than likely a bit of a range up and down at the moment. You can see it there. You can see it there. We're clearly up and down at the moment. So this to me, it's just more than likely a larger range currently anyway. So let's shove that down here. But yeah, it's just, yep, we bounce, we come down. But it does take time to just keep taking the crap. You really do grow as a trader over time, and it's a nice feeling when things do start to make sense and do come together. But it is such a journey that's, you know, you're constantly picking up little bits of tips, little feelings, experiences, and it's constantly fine-tuning that brain. And yeah, we're still going to take stupid trades from time. I do it myself. You're still going to take stupid trades, and you're going to take impulsive trades, and it's going to happen. But over time, they'll get less and less, and you'll get better and better. My opinion of trading is if you stick at it and keep working at it, you'll get there. But if you start to lose heart and you start to walk away and stay away and just lose interest, it's never going to work. You have to have that, that looking forward to getting on the charts. You've got to have that sort of desire to succeed at it. But, I know when I started and I earned 95, 98%, and I'm thinking, Christ, should I even start? But then when I got into it, I love the challenge of it. I love learning new stuff. And the thought of being able to work. I've never, ever liked working for other people. They fill you full of that crap. I used to work for a company, and they used to give it all this on every notice board, equality this and quality that. And then come Christmas, all the managers and their wives went away to a nice hotel. Lovely meal, Christmas meal, all drinks paid for. And the lads that worked, the workers got nothing. Where's the equality in that? They used to have all these meetings. We want to make life better for all of us. Bullshit. It's better for them and the shareholders. So I've never liked working for people and lining, working your arse off, putting your life into it. Just to line other people's pockets. Never liked it. So when I thought I could do this for 3 hours a day and make a living, that struck my interest. So same again, not the greatest fitting vague trend, and same here. In fact, I'm going to kill that colour. So we know where it's working, but at the moment, here, aren't we? So we are moving up and about this midline here. Okay, we're still clearly working down. We're making lower highs, lower lows. Okay, excuse me just for a second. I'm just going to take a quick bathroom break. Okay, so bearish bar here. It's only first entry. You could say it's a fairly, but it's just not a nice one, is it? I'd rather a second entry short rather than anything. Somewhere around about that. It's clearly whipping back and forth over that midline. So it's a second entry short stroke lower high here. Anything less than that, I'm not interested. Let's get an order ready just in case we get something. Okay, interesting. Let's see if it takes that out or not. Leg and a leg, that's interesting. Oh, it's very tempting. Oh, I don't know about this. Okay, it worked. When it was flitting like that, makes me nervous. Sometimes it turns. So it did work. So happy days. Yeah, I was very tempted. Let's get
Order cancelled.
There we go. Yeah, I know it was a bad trade, actually, to be honest with you. You sized down for it, yeah. I did drop one in, but I dropped it in after it started to move and it never came back. So anyway. Does everyone get super picky on a Friday? Yeah, maybe. Start the week earlier, neutral. Yeah, that may be something to do with on a Friday. It'd be interesting to see what people's stats are on a Friday, actually. Yeah, I do. It doesn't bother me as much now. It used to. I used to hate having a red Friday, but it doesn't bother me so much now. I don't know. I don't know what it was about that made me a bit nervous. It's working in this channel, but I don't know. I can't seem to get that to fit nice, so I don't know. Sometimes you just get a bit paranoid, don't you? It's all part of it. Sometimes we all go through that phase sometimes of getting concerned, but it worked beautifully, didn't it? Of getting concerned about taking a trade. I'd rather be a little bit overcautious than be a bit careless. I tend to have, a month or two of being really picky, having a great win rate, and then something just changes, and then I seem to have a few weeks of just instability. So I'm kind of preparing myself for my next loss and how I'm going to handle it to try and get it away and out my system, because that's one thing that I do tend to find I struggle with a little bit. And occasionally when things are going well, yeah, exactly. See, in hindsight, you would go, yeah, absolutely. What a beauty. Look at that go. Now, don't get me wrong. The way I see it, if it is a good trade, lots of traders are going to get on it. And you could see there was plenty of selling there. So you can see that was an okay trade. But I think at the moment I do have these times of being a bit nervous about taking a trade. It's not helping because of the size of the bars at the moment. So if I'd have gone, it's probably not the biggest bar, but so $350, say, which is not huge at the moment. It's certainly one of the smaller ones. But with 5 accounts, like $750 down on a Friday. So I don't know. I mean, you can't be frightened to take a trade. You can't. You are sometimes, but ultimately, as a trader, you can't be scared of doing it. But it does take time to build up that, skill, confidence, belief. I mean, I say to myself all the times when I miss trades, why didn't I take it? But it is part of it, I suppose. It kind of happens that way sometimes. Size down. Yeah, it might not be a bad idea, mate, to be fair. So, we're at the bottom now. So we've gone up, we've come down. So we've got this channel now, which is working quite nice. Clear overshoot. So I think there's a good chance we're going to get a push up here. But what I've got to be careful doing is staying out of a good trade and getting into a naff trade because I missed it. Because ordinarily I wouldn't pick bottoms. What I will take is higher lows, but I generally just don't pick a bottom. A single bar, I don't pick it. I like to give it a chance to trigger and stop out first. But you may say there's an overshoot there, but we are fitting really nicely on that bottom, which is a good sign. Obviously, we started here, we pushed up, so I think the chance of a push up is good. But that doesn't mean it can't trigger you, come down, stop you out, and then push you out. And then push up, sorry. But we're clearly finding some support here. You can see it on the 1200 tick. Clearly bouncing. So if we can push through there, clear out anything, and then up. So look, I mean, it could continue down. We just don't know. So let's draw a channel like that. And we've clearly had a break at a new low. So maybe look for a higher low. Hey, bud, how you doing? I don't think you should feel bad about it if there is more trade today if you're not 100%. Yeah, I think it's part bar size, part the fact that EMA is a bit flat. You know, sometimes when you see a trade and you think, yeah, there's something got to be wrong with this, you do get a bit paranoid. That wasn't the best. Yeah, I know it wasn't perfect. Excuse me. Trouble is, if you've got a bigger channel here, you never quite know when it's going to decide to push a little bit higher. I mean, it could have done that. It's always a possibility. It could come up and decide to test this. I wasn't comfortable with how that was fitting, but it doesn't look terrible. And I think it's one of those trades you've just got to take because it's going to work. You would think 8 times at least out of 8 times out of 10, something like that. Well, pound for pound, it's still worth taking. So it's just one of those things, and it's at the moment I'd rather get a higher win rate and take less trades and take less losses is the key word than get into nearly everything. Now, if you look at, mind you, struggling a little bit lately. What's his name? Bart. He's having a little bit of rocky few moments, but he's the one that just plays the numbers. I admire him like that. He doesn't seem to be scared of taking a trade, but at the moment, I'm a little bit nervous, just on occasion. But you're probably because there's the higher bar size, but, you know, it doesn't bother me missing out on a trade. As I said, I'd rather miss out and not make money rather than lose 350, 400 times 5 on a Friday. But, you know, you do get to the stage where you will be less worried to take a trade. It doesn't worry me like it used to be. And I really remember taking an evaluation. That's cleared out any stops now. So I think this would probably I remember taking an evaluation and feeling like my neck was in a vice. That's how nervous I was about taking an evaluation. Now I was trading 10, 20 accounts a while back. So, you know, you do sort of climb up that level. So, clear overshoot of this. A little bit sideways. We dropped out. We're going to get a higher low here. Let's see. Is this likely to come down some more? Could it? It could, but there's nothing down here at the moment. So, I think it's more likely to push up. But it could push up. And start doing that sideways. So you're done for the week. Yeah, have a great weekend, Jay. Thomas Wade still in his runner. From here. Bloody hell, he's done well there. Have a look. Yeah, Thomas Wade's still in his runner. Can't see how much it is. Is it 12 or 14 points? It's a bit small. I'm guessing he may still be in it here. Oh, please don't do this. Oh, we're okay. So, tell you what, he's down about here. So, it's about here, I think. Yeah, so probably 14, 15 points, I think, yes. So He's about there. 15 points, I'm guessing. He's probably going to make a bit more here. Still working. We're really running along that bottom line. Will it hold or will that come down some more? So let's have a look. 4 o'clock. Let's not forget that. You haven't been down here for a while. How's Bitcoin doing? Let me have a look. 56, 54. Oh, Christ, 54.8. Lovely. Oh, I got an order at 54.5. Did it pick it up? But it did. Has it been lower than that? Please say it's been lower. Oh, it's just missed my order. That's okay. That's okay. Okay, so the way it's running there, I like that. Clear little overshoot there, so wow, so it shoots up and a pullback. So that tells me maybe some more sellers up here trying to turn that. Yeah, Marco didn't take it. He didn't like the stem. Didn't you say something about a stem brand, didn't you? Wick, yeah, wick stem, same thing. See if Thomas Wade, Christ almighty. So he'll be down here now. So the good thing about his runners, he's taken a point run and he'll be down here maybe now. So he's got 26 points. So that's with a contract like $1,250. You've just earned yourself a few extra losses there. It tends to cover your losses. Having said that, it doesn't account for the times where it comes down, takes your stop out, comes down, take your stop out. So some people like them. Some people like that kind of excitement about, oh, am I going to get a big one? I tend to like to get in and out of my trades, I do. I don't know whether I'll ever take runners. I'm just not a fan of them at the moment. Right, a little bit of bottom in there, I'd say. So overshoot and a bottom, so we could get a strong push up here now. Let's have a look. Definitely an overshoot. I'd even consider a higher low here. Or maybe not. Let's see. Clear bottom in pattern. Do I really want to risk that much? So possible second entry short. I'm staying out of this at the moment. I think we'll have a leg and a leg. I can see us pushing up a bit after the overshoot and the retest. It looks like a bottoming, so I expect some slightly upward stuff.
Order submitted.
I think it's worth it. Or I just shafted myself. Oh, or I've been a bit premature
Stop
there.
filled.
All that patience. I thought that was going to work a treat there. It was flickering. Oh well. Okay, it is what it is. No point worrying about it. I am green. Sometimes use trailing stops like a target. Thank you. Yeah. Failure. Yeah, I know, mate. As soon as I took it, I thought the overshoot. I see some traders take a trade after the overshoot, and I like the way we triggered that. So yeah, it's just one of those things. Yeah, I should have done, shouldn't I? Yeah, lesson learned. You wouldn't know. The reason I did is because it worked so nice along that bottom, and then we had kind of 2 pushes and a few bounces. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Took that second entry short. Oh, did you really? The trouble is, where do you draw the line we're going short here? Yeah. You don't have a downtrend like that, no? Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm not sure about this. How long have I been going for? An hour or so. Okay. Is there something different? Maybe there is. Let's have a go from here. That looks a bit better, I think. Yeah, I like that. Touch. Fitting nice at the bottom. Yeah, okay. News. 15 minutes. Start ranging, maybe, yeah. Yeah, I know, it's weird. And every time you think you can't get any lower, down it comes. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? And the one time you lose your patience and decide to jump in, it's the time it starts to go like that. Yeah. Mm. Ah. Interesting. There it
Order
is.
submitted.
Second entry short. Come get me. No. I went to take it on here.
Order cancelled.
So that would have worked for 2 points on there. So if I'd have got in there, yeah, it'd have got 2 points. Yeah, well, I went for it on here. It was a little bit smaller on here on the 1200 tick chart. I don't like that. A leg and a leg, bearish bar. Got to get back up here, really, haven't we? It's just so low. Nothing you can do there. Kind of is a failure there, but do you really want to go short into all that? Could just keep going down, who knows? Woo. Down some more. Thomas Wade's still in his, what's it, isn't he? Still in his runner, I think. So if he took his runner down here, Christ almighty, he's into over 40 points there. Wow. Guessing he's here somewhere, isn't he? I'll be inclined to be taking that now, I think. Bullish retracement soon. You never know, do you? Down some more. Look, flipping out. This thing just keeps going. Trouble is, I've done this before. You get into a lame trade here because your patience is going because you're missing all this. And it's just the time it decides to trigger you and stop you out and then continues on down. It's working lovely in this bottom tier. Every time it comes up close, just turns down. Semi bearish bar, turn down, bearish bar, turn down. That one, turn down. That's a fair old channel. 88 points straight down. It's got to have a break at some point. It's got to. It's too difficult. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Thomas Wade's still in this, I think. Pretty sure he is. I mean, that's a fair runner, isn't it? I mean, look, he's into nearly 50 points. Well, he's over 50 points there. I mean, depending on where he takes it out. So 50 points, one contract, $2,500. I'm surprised if Mac's in that as a runner. Maybe put it there, I don't know. But Trouble is, it's not even getting up here now. Yeah, he's still in it. Trouble is, he's got his, where is it? He's got it up here. Trouble is, for me, it's gone down 16 points. I wouldn't be having it there. You've got to follow it down here, really, to get the most out of it. If that comes up and takes him out there, it's just lost 16 points. Loads of major supports. Yeah. That's a fair old drop in it. Trouble is, we're not getting anywhere near the EMA here. That's the trouble. I know he does, yeah. I was just thinking that. 5 contracts as a runner. So I'm guessing Mac will probably leave that there, then maybe there, then maybe there, then maybe there. So I'm guessing, yeah, 40 points. Wow. It's like $10,000, isn't it, on 5 contracts? Is it something like that? That's $4,000 on 2 contracts. 8,000. He's up $10,000 on it there. Wow. Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? Finally up to the what's it? See if we get a second entry short here. Yeah, it's not news though, is it? It's he's just generally talking, isn't he? So I don't think it's news that's going to massively. Yeah, obvious. Yeah, absolutely. Whoa. Okay, I'm guessing that's a bit of news, isn't it? Perhaps it is quick news then. All right. They're going to lag. Yeah, don't blame you, mate. Lag and a lag. Interesting. So, slightly positive news then. Oh. Uh-huh. Yeah, look look at that. So from there, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So, safely say the news has happened. I'm just going to move this over, see if it tests this area here. See if we get a second entry long. There is on this, I want to say the 1,000 tick, but yeah, he's obviously in and out. He says golf lessons on a Friday, so I'm assuming he's done made a few quid out of that. Leg and a leg, bullish bar.
Order submitted.
It's a massive risk, I know. Oh, it's a huge risk. Oh, I shouldn't be doing this. What are you doing, Lance? What are you doing? You move your stop. No. Oh, I've made a fatal error. Oh, there's nothing I could do now. I'm kind of in it. Oh, no. Oh, no, you idiot, you idiot, you idiot, you idiot. Oh, no. I've moved it too late. I need to be lucky. Oh, yeah, I can't believe I've done that. It's the first time I've done that in a long time. I've just got to get out now. Oh, you idiot. Oh, you idiot. Too late. Oh, you idiot. I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I did that. Yeah. That's the first time I've done that in a long time. You idiot. Well, I've left it there now. If it goes, it goes. Oh, it's an idiot. I can't believe I did that. Okay. Well, I've got GAT. It won't let me get back in now because my 5. I'm done for the day, folks. Can't believe I did that. Yeah. Okay, I am done for the day, but that's it. Nothing more I can say. Have a good weekend. Bye for now.